أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. Brothers and sisters, I welcome you all to this Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way and say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Today we will inshallah start with we have already started page 3 and second pointer, which is the pointer B, inshallah, of course, 2. And we will also do the grammar part. Generally, we know the topic of Hidayah is moving on, and we are discussing the 3 groups of Muttaqeen, Kafirin, and Munafiqeen. And we have done the first 2 pages. So let's look at the third page today, which is about the example of Munafiqeen, of fire, second example of rain, Quran's call, and Quran's challenge. So the pointers for the third day are first example of fire, second example of rain, third Quran's call, and fourth Quran's challenge. I want you all to say it out with me. First,
fire.
First example, fire.
Okay, look at my action and say out the pointer.
Second example, rain. Quran's call.
Quran's call. Quran's challenge.
Excellent. So now come forward and please practice it individually. MashaAllah, Sister Maryam.
First example, fire. Second example, rain. Quran's call. Quran's challenge.
MashaAllah. Okay. So we should, whenever we start new pointers, we try that we practice them 3 times at least. So more of you should try to take the chance to, practice them. It will personally benefit you and it will benefit all the participants of the course. So usually our brother Hakeem is there for our rescue. Well, I think brother Hakeem is still not here with us. So Sister Zainab, would you like to do it?
First example, fire. Second example, rain. Quran's call. Quran's challenge. Fire, rain, call, challenge.
Fire, rain, call, and challenge. So these are the different pointers for the third page, which we will inshallah be studying. So let's look at the pointer now. We will inshallah be looking at this pointer, but before that, we will start أَوْ كَصَيِّبٍ مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ فِيهِ ظُلُمَاتٌ وَرَعْدٌ وَبَرْقٌ يَجْعَلُونَ أَصَابِعَهُمْ فِي آذَانِهِمْ. So sayyib is the word which has been mentioned here in the pointer for rain. Earlier Allah spoke about the hardcore munafiqs. They will have no chance to come back because they are summun. They do not listen. Bukmun, they're dumb. Umyun, they're blind. So now today we'll discuss about an example of those who have a potential to come back. So we'll start from أَوْ كَصَيِّبٍ مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ. And these ayahs, they have lesson for us that there is an example of the rainstorm with darkness, thunder, and lightning. Meaning by the munafiq try to avoid everything hard on themselves. They follow only the easy ones, and Allah is giving them time to return, that they may get hidayah. So Allah has made it easy for us. Apparently, the ayahs may look difficult to you, but inshallah we'll see to it. Some of the words we'll get to know by breaking them down. However, when you are listening to the recitation, please focus on the grammar, construction, and type of words.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين يكاد البرق يخطف أبصارهم كلما ضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير صدق الله العظيم.
Alhamdulillah. So, brothers and sisters, aw. Do you know the meanings of aw? We did study it, I think, in QC1.
Oh.
Or
Yeah, this is or. Actually, earlier the example of fire is given. Now it is aw kasayyibin or kasayyib. Do you think it can be broken down into pieces? How many parts?
2 parts. 2 parts.
Excellent. Ka and sayyib. And we have already studied ka. What does ka mean when the ka is added like this in the beginning of the word?
Like.
MashaAllah, as or like. Excellent. So sayyib, I have already told you, is for rain. You know the meaning of min?
Rain.
From. As-sama.
The sky.
Sky. We also know it's plural. What is the plural of sama?
Samawati.
Samawat. MashaAllah. Fihi. We know the action and table. Fihi, fihim, fika, fiya, fikum, fi na. So what does fihi means?
In it.
In it.
In it. In it. Very good. Zulumatun. So
Darkness.
Darkness.
yeah, I think we did it yesterday. What was the singular of zulumatun?
Dhulmun.
Zulmun or zuluma. Very good. Waradum wa barq. These are the two new words which we are going to study today. But I want you to let me know whether these are ism, fail, or noun.
Wara'adu.
It's a noun.
MashaAllah. Both are ism, but the word wa is additional. Wa is for and. So ra'dun, barkun. Okay. Yaj'aluna. Which fail is it?
Dar.
Which fail is it?
Modari. It's Modari.
But which actual fail is it?
Ja'alu.
Ja'ala. Ja'ala. We did not study anything like ja'alu, but ja'ala, yaj'alu, yaj'aluna. Okay. So what was ja'ala? Ja'ala means?
He made.
He made. So yaj'alu, he makes. Yaj'aluna, they all make. Okay. What do they make? Asabi'ahum. How many parts?
3. 2 parts.
Okay. Which 2 parts, please?
Asabi'a and hum.
Very good. Asabiya, asabiya, and hum. Okay. So asabiya, hum. Asabiya, hum. Asabiya, these are asabiya, fingers. Fi, in. Azanihim, again two parts. Azanihim. Azanihim. So what is azan here?
Yes. Adani, it's ears.
Ears.
Plural of.
Actually, very good. Plural. Uzun is one ear, and
Right.
azan is plural. Similarly, usbon or asbun is the one finger, or asabi'ahum, more fingers. Asabi'ahum. So this is the talk is about putting fingers in the ears. Minas sawaik. So we'll look at this word as-sawaik and hadr al-maut. Sawaik, hadr al-maut. These are the new words which we are going to look at. Al-maut, you know, it is the death. And wallahu muhitum bil kafirin. I think this must be easy. Wallahu, and Allah is muhitum bil kafirin. Allah has captured, is all overarching on the kafirin. Okay, yakadul barku yakhtafu. These are the new words we'll study. Yakhtafu absarahum. This one is easy. How many parts?
2 parts.
Okay. And what are the 2 parts?
Absar and
Sada and hum.
And what is absar here?
Their
Absar.
sights.
Yes. Eyes, eyesight. Absar. Basar, absar. Hum, there. So there is lots of talk about the body parts today in the ayahs, too easy to remember. Asabiya, azan. Yeah. So absar. So just related with the earlier ayah yesterday, summum bukmun umyun. So that was about the senses. And today is a talk about asabiya, azan, absar. So it will make it easy for you to remember these words and their meanings. Kullama ada alahum mashaw fihi. So whenever ada'a, did we study something with reference to this ada'a yesterday? Any quick recall?
Related to wada'a?
Yeah. Ada'at. You remember? Ada'at. So when we were talking about istawqadanara falamma ada'at. So kullama ada'a. It has come from ada'a, ada'at. Okay. Lahum, for them. Mashaw fihi. Mashaw fihi. This is a new one we will study, inshallah. Wa iza azlama. We know the meanings of iza. What does it mean?
And when.
when.
And when. Azlama, azlama, we'll look at in detail as a verb. What does it mean? Alayhim, on them, kamu, kamu. So mashaw and kamu, they relate to each other. So it will make it easy to remember. Kamu is from akama salah. So kamu is from kama. Kama is fail, which means to stand. He stood. Kamu, they stood. So what do you think mashaw could be? Opposite to standing still. It is?
Their feet,
It is walking.
Walking.
So masha, he walked. Mashaw, they walked. So now you can easily relate the meanings of these two. Mashaw with kamu. So whenever they would see light, they will walk because they could see the way. But when there is darkness, kamu, they stand still. So وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَذَهَبَ بِسَمْعِهِمْ وَأَبْصَارِهِمْ. You know the meaning of walau?
And if
Yeah. Sha Allahu. We also know the meanings of Sha because we learned Inshallah.
Will.
Sha. He will. And Sha Allahu, Allah wills. Or Allah wishes. So la zahaba. How many parts la zahaba?
Two parts.
And what does la mean here? This la with zahaba.
Wishes them two. It means two.
Now this la here, you have studied different meanings of la. When la is joined with a ism, it has a different meaning. When la is joined with a harf, a different meaning. And when la is joined with a fail, it has different meaning. So it is being joined with fail because yesterday you learned about zahaba. Now la zahaba, any recall? What would this la mean?
Did not go, did not, or something?
Now that la is, just a minute, let me write it down so that we have the clarity. That la is with lam and alif, la. This la is like this one, which we have been studying la and li. But when we say lillahi, so that means for Allah, because la is joined with ism. Like we said, lahu, lahum, laka, li, lakum, lana. For you, for him, for them, for you, for me, for you, all for us. That la is different meanings because it is being joined with ism. When we join it with word like lafi, laqad, so it has another meaning. What was that?
You are trying, you deny.
Yeah. So now it is the la zahaba, the way you studied liyadabbaru. You remember in the ayah? So we are going to study this one. La zahaba bisam'ihim wa absarihim. So zahaba bi. Once again, zahaba itself has a different meaning, but because of this bi here, what will be the meanings of zahaba here? Zahaba bi.
you went with,
Yeah, went with or took away or snatched in these meanings. So sam'ihim. Once again about some body parts and senses. Sam'ihim. What is it?
hearing.
They are hearing.
They're hearing. Yes, they're hearing. وَعَبْسَارِهِمْ وَعَبْسَارِهِمْ.
Their vision. Yeah.
Sight.
Their vision, their sight. Excellent. Inna. Translate. Inna. Indeed. Allah. Ala. Kulli shayin qadir. I think you all can translate this. Indeed, yes. Allah can do everything. Ala kulli shayin qadir. Everything is in his hands. So let's now move forward and see to it. First, we'll do a running translation. Or like a rainstorm from the sky. Within it, there is darkness. Waradun. and thunder, wabarak, and lightning. وَيَجْعَلُونَ sorry, يَجْعَلُونَ, what will they do? They will make or they will put. It has same meanings. You know, just for translation, expression is coming. They put their fingers. So actually, please mute the mic kindly, whoever his mic is. So, yaj'aluna, so they make their ears with their fingers, meaning by they put their fingers asabiyahum fi azanihim, in their ears, minas sawaik, you know, afraid of that thunder. So the thunderclaps are so loud and dangerous that they put their fingers in their ears because they fear hazar al-maut, in the fear of death. In the fear of death. Wallahu muhitum bil kafirin. And Allah is encompassing of the disbelievers. They have covered them all. He can capture them all. Wallahu muhitum bil kafirin. Let's go now word by word. You were right saying aw means or. Kasayyib is the two parts, ka and sayyib. Like a rainstorm, like a rain, minas sama, from the sky, fihi, in it, zulumat is darkness, warad, and do you know there is a surah in Quran with the name of Rad? So you can remember it by remembering that surah name, Rad, and thunder. Warat and thunder, wabark and lightning, wabark and lightning. So thunder and lightning. So when this happens, what do? Yaj'aluna, they put asabi'ahum, their fingers, asabi'ahum, their fingers, fi azanihim, in their ears. So if you will study it this way, it will be easy to remember. So yaj'aluna asabiyahum fi azanihim. So what are they doing? They are putting their fingers in their ears because of minas sawaik hazar al-maut. From the fear of those thunders, they bring the fear of death. So against the thunderclasp, in fear of death. And these thunders are actually so loud and sudden, with flash, as if they're very close to them. Okay. So minas sawaik hazar al-maut. Hazar al-maut, fear of death. Fear of death. So what is this word hazar here? Is it ism, fail, or harf?
Fail.
Yeah. It appears to be a fail, but actually the fail is hazira. It has come from hazira. And from hazira, this is actually ism fail, masdar. Hazar, fear. So actually the fail was hazira. He feared. Okay. But this has come from the last hazar. The fatha on ra is for joining with al-maut. Hazar al-maut, fear of death. Okay. So sometimes, you know, word may appear to you differently, but they're different. So yeah, apparently it looks like a fail, hazara. But in fact, once you know that hazara is no fail, fail is hazira. Okay. So inshallah, we'll study it also. Hazar al-maut, in the fear of death. Wallahu muhitum bil kafirin. Allah has covered all the disbelievers. So we are being given another example to understand it, that rainstorm is Islam. And the darkness, thunder, lightning, thunderclaps, all these are the different challenges which are faced. What munafiqeens do, yaj'aluna asabiyahum fi adhanihim min as-sawa'iqi hadr al-maut. So they avoid it. They cannot take challenges. They are scared to follow the truth because of the challenges in it. So what Allah does is, nobody can run away from Allah. Allah can control everything. Allah does control everything. Allah has full control on them. So give it some seconds. Remember the word Ra'dun. What is how would we remember the word Ra'd? What was the tip?
From Surah Raj.
Surah Ra'd. It is thunder. And Barq can be then joined with thunder. You know, when there is, what happens? There is thunder, there is lightning. So Barq is lightning. And Asabiyahum fi adanihim. Asabiya, fingers in the ears. Why? Because of the Sawaik. Okay? Sawaik, thunderclaps. So these thunderclaps make it, sort of pressurize them. They fear Hazar al-Maut. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Then it continues. Yakadul barku yakhtafu absarahum. So almost lightning, al-barq. It is same barq. Yakhtafu. Yakhtafu snatches away. He snatches away. Absarahum, their eyes. So this thunder seems to be snatching away their sight. When there is very sharp light, even the light at our homes, when it is very sharp, we find it difficult to look at it. And when it is the lightning, it looks as if they're taking our eyes away. So kullama, whenever or every time, ada'a lahum. Ada'a, it flashes. Yesterday it was ada'at. Okay. So for them, mashaw fihi, they walk therein. Wa iza azlama, and when darkness comes, alayhim kamu, on them, they stand still. Wala sha'allahu lazahaba bisam'ihim, and if Allah willed, He could have taken away their hearing. Wa absarihim, and their sight. Inna Allah ala kulli shayin qadir. Indeed, Allah is over all things. Allah is competent over all the things. Qadir, Qadir. Let's go word by word now. Yakadu. This also comes from the fi'l kada, yakadu. But we studied the fi'l kada, yakidu. This one is different. So kada, yakadu, kada, almost. Al-barq, the lightning. Yakhtafu, it is from qatifa, yakhtafu. So qatafa yakhtafu, meaning by he snatched away, he snatches away. He snatches away. So as if the barq, al-barq is snatching away. What? Absarahum, their sight. So absarahum, their sight. Kullama ada alahum. Ada'at was illuminated, flashed, and today it is ada'a. So ada'a, ada'at. Every time or whenever it flashes, lahum, for them, mashaw fihi. It is from the fi'l masha, he walked. Mashaw, they walked. So mashaw fihi, they walk in it. The light which comes, they walk in it. But wa iza, and when. Mashaw is they walked. Wa iza, and when. Azlama, azlama, darkness comes. It darkens. So azlama, and when the darkness, it is the mazi form, but because of iza we are saying when the darkness comes. Alayhim, over them. Kamu, they stand still. Okay. Kama, kamu, they stand still. Walau sha'allahu, and if sha'a, he willed, sha'allahu, Allah willed. Lazahaba, indeed he could have taken bisam'ihim, their hearing, وَأَبْصَارِهِمْ, and their sight. وَأَبْصَارِهِمْ, and their sight. So their body parts, their senses, for you to relate to. Inna, indeed, Allah is competent over all the things. Kulli shay, all things. Shay is thing, you remember, kulli shay, all things. Qadir, competent. So what is being said here? That the challenges are very tough for munafiqeen. They follow Islam, the easier part of it only. What suits to their desires. So they start walking when it is according to their desires. They start following. But when it does not suit them, they stop. They are not ready to give sacrifices. So had Allah willed, He would have taken away their hearing and sight, as it happened with the previous group, Summum Bukmun Umyan. But for this group, there is still some margin. Anyways, so He would have taken away their hearing and sight because they left the truth after knowing it. But He is not doing it, and He is giving them a chance to correct their doubts and desires. To correct their doubts and desires. So yakadul barku yahtafu. Their new words, please give them special focus. Yakadu, yahtafu. Relate mashaw with kamu to easily remember the meanings. Azlama with zulma and zulamat. Okay, now is your time. You will do translation yourself first in your own words, then you will look at the running translation. So your time now. So you see the lessons, the munafiqeens try to avoid difficult things and they follow only the easy parts while Allah is giving them a chance to change themselves. So we should once again seek Allah's help that we should follow Islam in all conditions and face all the challenges and difficulties in the way of Allah. And I think the best example in the present times is that of the people of Palestine and people of Kashmir, where lots of atrocities are being done, but they are following Islam, keeping their iman intact, and fighting in the way of Allah. So, of course, we should also try to stay patient during the tests of life, seek Allah's guidance, and support those who are in trouble. So, let's now come to the Asma. Okay, what is the plural of As-Sama?
Samawat.
Samawat.
And Zulma?
Zulumat.
And what is the singular of Asabi'?
Usba.
Usbu.
Usbu. Usbu is a finger, and Asabi'a, more fingers. Okay. So, what is this? Adhan,
Udnun.
Uzun. Uzunun, one ear, Adhan, both of them. And Sawaik was plural. What is the singular of Sawaik?
Sa'ikata.
Saika. So Sawaik is 4 thunders. Saika is 6. And normally it is a female name also. So that probably would make it easy for you to remember. Sa'ika. So probably such sisters must be very, thundersome. Sa'ika. Sa'ik. So what is the singular of absar?
Basarun.
Basar.
Basarun. Excellent. And we have also studied shay and ashya. One thing and more things. So let's now look at the various afal which has come here. Yaj'aluna, we have already done ja'ala, yaj'alu, ij'al, ja'il, maj'ul, ja'al. Hazar al-maut. So hazira is the fail here. See? Now remember this, it is like samia. So whenever you'll see hazar al-maut, you'll understand it is not a fail because the fail itself is hazira. It takes the kasra in it. Hazira. Okay? He feared. Yahzaru fears. Ihzar, fear. Hazir, the one who fears. Mahzur, fears of what? Hazar. This is the hazar al-maut. Hazar. Hazar. Okay? Khatifa. See khatifa. Yahtafu. Khatifa is also on Samia. So khatifa, yahtafu, ikhtaf. Khatif, makhtuf, and khatfun. Zahaba we did yesterday. Zahaba, yazhabu, izhab. Zahib, dash, zahab, or zahabun. So we also have weak letter falls here. Mata. Mata is on the pattern of kama, kama yakumu kum, like kala yakulu kul. So who will do this mata short table? Yes, Sister Dunya, would you like to? Okay, Sister Hashia Abbas, yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, Sister.
Mata yamutu mut mayyitun dash maut.
Not. So Mayyitun, the one who dies. So you see, there is no ism maf'ul because the one who dies himself or herself. So maut is death. It is on the pattern of kama yakumu or on the pattern of kala yakulu. You have already done it, so you can easily do it. Mata yamutu mut, like kul. Mayyit dash maut. Masha is on the pattern of hada. We have done the table of hada, hadau, hadaita, hadaitu. So hada yahdi, ihdi. Similarly, masha, masha, he walked. Yamshi, he walks. Imshi, walk, walk. Mashin, the one who walks. Dash, and mashi. So, interestingly, you can use them in your daily life also if you are asking some children or somebody to move. So you can say imshi, 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 imshi. And if somebody is walking and you want them to stand, stop, you can say kum, kum, because it is the opposite of it. Imshi, imshi, or kum. So kama yakumu, kum, kaim, the one who is standing. Dash, qiyam, to stand somewhere, to stay somewhere. So these are the different afal for today. Any questions before we move towards the grammar part?
So,
Yes, brother? Yes, brother Hakim.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam, brother. I missed you in the beginning of the class.
Now, all the meaning of all those words, sam'ihim yaj'aluna asabi'ahum fi adhanihim, do they mean exactly those meaning which are there, or there is another hidden meaning in those words?
Yeah, of course, brother. Actually, we don't do the narrations and more details, explanations of these ayahs, you're right. If we'll go in more details, of course, there are symbolic meanings as well for these words. And there are symbolic meanings, in fact. So, when I showed you the narration or the explanation, there was a little of a reflection of it, but there are more details available which can be studied from the tafasir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And we know, alhamdulillah, that Quran's ayahs are very diverse. They have deeper meanings. However, our target at this point is to try to focus on the translation. Okay, brothers and sisters, today there is another milestone which we are going to achieve and cover. It is doing another type of verbs. In grammar, we are going to cover today zanna. So in zanna is now a very different type of verb. What is it? We have studied the verbs like wahaba, wa'ada, qala, zada, da'a, hada. Zanna has repeated words in it, repeated letters in it. We could call it double letter verb, or we could call it repeated letter verb. So in zanna, what is repeated?
Noon.
No.
Yeah, noon is repeated. It is 2 times there. And in dalla, what is repeated?
Lam.
Lam. Is there any weak letter in these verbs?
No.
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 So what type of verbs are these? Sound verbs or weak verbs?
Sound.
Sound. It is very clear these are sound. But then why are we studying them with the weak afal, weak verbs? Because there are also some changes in their table. Okay. So now these are this is another category. These are sound verbs, but these are repeated letter verbs, or these are double letter verbs. Okay. Like in case of Hamza, we learned that Hamza is a sound verb, but it is a Hamza verb as well. So today we are learning a new category. These are sound verbs because there is no weak letter in it, but this is a new category and we call it double letter or repeated letter category. Okay, zanna. What does it mean? It means he thought, he assumed, like we say zan. It is a common used word in the he guessed, he believed. Zanna. It is used in all these 4 different meanings. Zanna. He thought, he assumed, he guessed, he believed. So, and now when we will make its Madhi form, zanna, zannu, zananta. At zananta, you see the change has been started coming here. Now, because it was difficult to put them together and pronounce it, so rather than making it zanata, it has been broken down and it is easy to pronounce zananta. So change has come here. Zananta, zanantu, zanantum, zananna. So let's now practice the Madhi forms. Zanna, he thought. Zannu, they thought. Zananta, you thought. Zanantu, I thought. Zanantum, you all thought. Zananna, we thought. Okay. Now you have listened to me. I will do the actions. You will speak out the Arabic and translation.
Dhanna.
He thought.
He thought.
No.
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 Ananta, you thought.
Nanta. You thought.
Antu,
Zanantu. I thought.
antu,
Zanantum.
You
You thought.
anna.
I thought.
And we can also make the feminine form. Zannat. Zannat. She thought. She thought. Okay. So let's who will do the practice now? Okay, Sister Dunya.
Dhanna, he thought. Dhannu, they thought. Dhananta, you thought. Dhanantu, I thought. Dhanantum, you all thought. Dhananna, we thought. Dhannat, she thought.
Excellent. Sister Mariam.
Zanna, he thought. Zannu, they thought. Zananta, he thought. Zanantu, I thought. Zanantum, you all thought. Zananna, we thought. Zannat, she thought.
Excellent. So Zanna, Zannu, Zananta, Zanantu, Zanantum, Zananna, Zannat. Easy. Zanna, Zannu, Zananta, Zanantu, Zanantum, Zananna, Zannat. Alhamdulillah. So let's do the it's Arabic conversation. So if I ask you all, Hal Zanna Khaira, how would you respond?
نعم
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 خير.
زن خيرا.
Hal Zannu Khaira?
نعم
نعم
نعم زنوا خيرا.
Zannu.
خير.
Hal Zananta Khaira?
نعم
نعم
ظننت.
ظننت خيرا.
Hal Zanantum Khaira?
نعم
نعم
ظننا
ظننا.
خيرا.
So we had a thought of actually khair. We assumed, we thought khair of goodness, good thing. Okay. Now for making, it is on the pattern of Nasara. So Zanna Yazunnu. Yazunnu. He thinks. Yazunnuna. They think. Tazunnu. You think. Azunnu. I think. Tazunnuna. You all think. Nazunnu. We think. Hiya tazunnu. She thinks. Your turn now.
يظن he think they
Yadhunnu,
They think.
think.
تظن
Adhunnu,
I
you
think.
think.
I tadun.
Adhunnu,
Zannu.
I
I
think.
thought.
think.
Zunna.
يظنون
يظنون
all think.
Zunnu.
Adhunnu,
تظن
you think.
Tadun.
Adhunnu, she thinks.
Tadannat. Tadannat.
Tazunnu. Tazunnu for Hiya tazunnu. She thinks.
Oh,
So,
tadun.
هي تظن.
okay. Now, one by one practice session. Who is coming forward? Yes. Alaviya Umaru. Umaru. Yes.
Dhanna, he thought. Dhanna, he thought. Dhanna, he thought. Dhannu, they thought. Dhananta, you thought.
Very good.
Dhanantu, I thought. Dhanantum, you thought. You all thought. Dhananna, we thought. Yadunnu, he thinks. Yadunnuna, they think. Tadunnu, you think. Adunnu, I think. Tadunnuna, you all think. Nadunnu, we think.
Yes.
ظنت
Yes.
هي تظن هي
She thinks.
تظن she
She
thinks.
thinks. Excellent, sister. Yes, brother Hakim. The Mudare form only. Brother Hakim, unmute.
يظن he thinks. يظنون they think. تظن you think. أظن I think. تظنون you all think. نظن we think. هي تظن she thinks.
Excellent, brother. Yes, sister Dunya.
يظن he thinks. يظنون they think. تظن you think. أظن I think. تظنون you all think. نظن we think. هي تظن she thinks.
MashaAllah. Hiya tazunnu, she thinks. And let's do the Arabic spoken on it. So if I ask you, Hal yazunnu, how would you respond?
نعم يظن
Hal yazunnuna.
نعم
يظنون
And when I talk to you directly, Hal tazunnu.
نعم
نعم
أظن
Hal
أظن
tazunnuna.
نعم نظن
Naam nazunnu. MashaAllah. So let's now make an amr from it. So it was zanna yazunnu. When we had to make an amr, we removed the ya and it became zunnu. But since the dhamma was also dropped, so the double letter, repeated letter, or the shad could not be pronounced in Arabic. So a fatha was added, and it became zunna. It became zunna. And this zunna is different than zanna. Zanna is the mazi form, he thought. Zunna is think. It is amr form. Zunna. So zanna yazunnu zunna. Zunna. So we will do the practice of amr wa nahi now. Zunna, think. Zunnu, think. You all, la tazunna, don't think. La tazunnu, don't think. You all. Okay, now everyone do with me. I'll do the action. You'll call out.
ظن
ظن think.
ظنوا
ظنوا
Think you all.
you all.
تظن
لا تظن
لا
don't think.
تظن
don't
don't think.
تظن
لا تظن don't think you all.
think you all.
La tazunnu, don't think you all. And it will look more meaningful when you'll say la tazunnu, don't you all assume, because it has different meanings. So in that sense, so la tazunnu, don't assume, don't think, don't believe, etc. So, okay. Sister Shakira, would you like to do the Amr wa Nahi? Sister Zainab,
ظن ظنوا think you all. لا تظن don't think. لا تظنوا don't think you all.
excellent. So zunna, zunnu, la tazunna, la tazunnu. Zunna, zunnu, la tazunna, la tazunnu. These were the Amr wa Nahi. And for the Amr wa Nahi practice, okay, respond. Zunna,
أظن
أظن
zunnu,
نظن
azunnu. And if you come to the end of the table, is zanun. the one who thinks. Majnunun, that which is thought of. And zannun, zannun, it is to think, to assume. Zannun, zanun, majnunun, zannun. Brother Sambu.
Zonu, Mazunu, Zon.
Excellent. Yes. Please, more people should come forward. I really need to look for names. There's so many of us sitting here, but I don't know why would we have lesser. Okay, Sister Rukaiya.
Zannun, the one who thinks. Maznun, that which is thought of. Zannun, to think.
MashaAllah. Zanun majnunun zannun. Zanun majnunun zannun. Zanun majnunun zannun. Hanatu, sister.
Zanun, the one who thinks. Maznunun, that which is thought of. Zanun, he thinks. To think.
MashaAllah. Zannun is to think.
To
Excellent.
think.
So our table is complete. We did the feminine forms as well. And you just remember, you have to repeat this table, revise it at home. Whenever you are free, wherever you are free, you're walking, you're on the road, you're in the kitchen, wherever. So you can just start Zanna, Zannu, Zananta, Zanantu, Zanantum, Zananna, Zannat. Yazunnu, Yazunnuna, Tazunnu, Azunnu, Tazunnuna, Nazunnu, Tazunnu. Zunna, Zunnu. La Tazunna, La Tazunnu. Za'anun, Maznunun, Zannun. So this practice will inshallah make you more perfect. Let's look at the short table. So who is going to do the short table now? Okay, Sister Rukaiya.
Wanna, he thought. Yazunnu, he thinks. Zunna, think. Dwanun, the one who thinks. Maznun, that which is thought of. Zanna, to think.
MashaAllah. So on the pattern of Zanna, there is a word Radda. Radda. What will be the three verb keys of Radda? Remember, I'm asking you about verb keys, A, B, C, D. It is like
B.
verb keys.
A.
Verb keys are like, we did Fi'l Mazi, Fi'l Mudare, Fi'l Amr. So we said Yazunnu, Zunn. So accordingly, Radda Yaruddu, Rudda.
See.
Rudda.
Yeah. Radda Yaruddu, Rudda. Radda Yaruddu, Rudda. Okay. So for your practice, who would like to try this? They thought as you all thought. Please raise hand if you want to try to do the Arabic. Okay, Brother Hakim.
يظنون
ظنوا كما ظننتم.
Zannu kama zananta.
Zannu kama zanantum.
ظننتم.
Okay, anybody else? Let everyone try first and then we will talk about it.
Zonu kama zanantum.
So they thought as you all thought. It is thought.
Zonu.
So, yeah. So, they thought Zannu as all. So, kama, you all thought. Zanantum. So, Zannu kama zanantum. Inna ba'da zanni isman. How would you translate it?
Indeed, after thought.
Indeed, some thoughts and assumptions are sin. Okay. So, the wrong thoughts and assumptions are like sin. So, Alhamdulillah, with this, we come to the end of the day. So, on the pattern of Zanna, we have also done Radda Yaruddu, which means he returned or he rejected. So, I'm sure you are doing your workbook well, and you are also practicing these additional afals there. So, we come to the end of the class with this prayer and request, and we beg to Allah to help us understand, ponder, implement, propagate, memorize, spread the message of Quran. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.